Welcome to Wellington's Wise Zone, a podcast dedicated to curate weekly sports conversations, be a constant sports hub for content and interview game changers from the community and the world. Man, for our first life lesson segment on the new podcast, Wellington's Wise Zone, joined by special guest Jamal Sharp. First off, the guy who did the cover art for this podcast, so I gotta have him
Sure.
on. And obviously, head of by all means, Bam Snowballs, changes the narrative, and by all means, creations. Thanks so much for being on, man.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you for having me. And yeah, we the ones who created
Yeah,
Wellington Wild Zone, the art for it. So yeah, that's dope.
bruh, we got to talk about how fun that day was. That was a did you kind of know from the jump about how you wanted to make it look when I gave you the idea of the
Ye-
basketball to football?
Yeah. You gave me the kind of what you wanted.
Yeah,
Then we put it together. Yeah, it's always awkward doing photo shoots and videos and all that, but the end product is always worth it for sure.
yeah, for sure. And for this episode, we're going to do an exclusive life lesson segment interview, and this is something where we kind of talk to creators, entrepreneurs about how they started things. But for you, like, when did you start getting into photography and videography, and kind of like what was like your origin story for like how you started that?
Okay, cool. So I started at FAMU.
Hmm.
I graduated from Florida A&M University. And while I was in school, I was kind of trying to figure out things to do, get an entrepreneurship. I literally Googled what are like some easier businesses to start or cheaper to start. And it was
Yeah,
like photography. That was one of them because you basically can, if you want to start with your phone, you can start with your phone. If you want to start with something cheap, you can start with something cheap.
hmm,
All you kind of need is that imagination.
yeah,
And that's what I went with. I bought a camera and went from there. At FAMU, there's a lot of women there. A lot of women just want to take pictures,
yeah.
organizations, a lot of things to do. So it was easy to, but at first, what I'll say, I started to uh, make some money,
Hmm.
but then I grew to love it because you quickly realize if you don't know what you're doing, you're not gonna make any money
At all.
at all.
That's so real. That's so
So
real.
I would tell anybody who's starting a business or if you're getting into something, do it for something that you love.
Hmm.
Because I had to spend hours and hours and hours of studying and trying to get better at it. And that's how I was able to actually grow to love it. And now we're here right now. So that was probably about 2018. Yeah,
Hmm.
about 2018. A couple years into school, I was at FAMU, but I wasn't really doing anything. Then a couple years in, I picked up that camera.
You know, that's the crazy thing. Is because even for me, it's like the same thing where I saw a lot of people in college, they were into things that they just started out doing because it was like, okay, I'm just gonna try this. But then later on, they understood, yo, this is what I want to do. Like even for me, I figured out halfway through college, okay, I want to like be in sports media. This is like something I want to
Okay.
do. I wasn't really sure of like what I wanted at first. Like, do you think sometimes like that's how it happens, especially with people like who become entrepreneurs, like they find out kind of later in their journey about like, okay, this is what I really like want to do, because
Yeah,
sometimes
for
it,
sure. Because it's something that you already like.
yeah,
Because by the time I got the camera, so I had picked up the camera. Then I had liked it. Like I started liking taking pictures. So I was doing it. I had homeboys who rapped or
yeah,
friends who just doing all types of stuff. So I would take pictures of them and stuff. But then I grew to like it. So
yeah,
I wasn't worried about money at all.
mm-hmm.
Now I was just a guy with a camera who just I liked doing what I was doing. And then one day somebody said, "Hey, how much do you charge?" And you're like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
uh,
all
I don't
right,
know. Just give me $10."
yeah,
And then next thing you know is a bunch of people trying to charge. Oh, now I mean trying to schedule you for something. Oh, now we got conflicts. Okay, now we need to actually structure this. And that's kind of how it went.
that's when you
Just
got action. Yeah,
and
you got
probably
some
like how with you with the sports media, like I'm pretty sure you already liked sports.
oh yeah. Some
I'm
I
pretty sure
love for years. Yeah,
you probably talk to your homeboys, like y'all just kind of debating,
even
y'all
in the
talk
barbershop, just chit chatting it up.
barbershop talk. You
That's
watching
where it
first
started.
take.
That's where it started.
You hearing
Stephen A.
Stephen A. or somebody
Man,
on
I
the
disagree
screen
with
say something, and then
that.
you damn near like what? Like
I'll
and
be
then
like that even when I'm watching him. I'll be like, really, I'll be upset. My mom will be like, why you so upset? I don't agree with him. I don't agree.
yeah, exactly. And then that took for this. So
Yeah.
no, that's that. Yeah, I think that's the smoothest transition in business or in anything that you could possibly have. They got some people that's successful
Oh yeah,
in
for sure.
in things um That's somebody who just did something to make some money. But I think the most successful people probably love what they do for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I was told, if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life. You know what
Never
I
work
mean?
a day
If
in
you
your
if you
life.
enjoy what you do, like that's something that you're gonna have. Before we move on, another question I had was obviously your brother. You and him collaborate a lot
For
with the
sure.
is it the band Snowballs?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that different thing. Like how is it working with him? Obviously, you know that's your brother, but what's it like having a partnership with him? And like kind of like what's your guys like working style like in terms of like the things you guys do?
No, it's smooth because so we're brothers, but then we're also twins. So it's like
Yeah.
more exact. Like we have a similar mindset. So we butt heads sometimes, but when it comes to certain things as far as getting that work done, we got
Yeah.
the same mindset on that. No matter what, the work needs to be done by all means. Like we really live that by all means lifestyle. And whenever I started the camera stuff, he was like, cool, he wanted to kind of get in on some business entrepreneur stuff too. So, and that's the idea of loving, like doing something that you love. So he wanted to get in
Mm,
on that, and he was for a second, but he didn't love it. He didn't love it. He wasn't falling in love with it. So
ah,
things would slip through the crack. He wasn't on point about a lot of stuff he probably needed to be on point about. So that didn't work. That at least us working together with that business is me on some I don't know, like, it's not meshing well, but then him at the same time, I
yeah.
don't want to be a part of this, bro. I mean, I want to be a part of this. This is the movement, but I don't really want, the camera thing. So,
Mhm.
but he now has the skills
To
to
do it.
to
Yeah.
do it. So it's been projects where I may bring him on, and he's still able to get the work done because he knows how to do it, but it's not something that he wants to pursue further in
Mm,
in the way that I am. So that's how that was. But then like we tried different things together, and one thing that clicked was the snowballs. So our family's from New Orleans. We grew
mm,
up with snowballs. And when I remember earlier when I told you I Googled, hey, what business can I start?
yeah.
Snowballs came up too.
Wow.
But it was easier to buy a camera than it was to, start a whole
Get into
whatever.
that.
So,
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, I thought about that. Um, I've always wanted like some sort of store. I just
Hmm.
didn't know what kind. My family's from Louisiana, so I was like, you know what? Let me dive deeper into the snowball vibe, and that's when
Yeah.
I worked at a snowball shop in Tallahassee. Shout out to Jared
Oh, that's
out in
perfect.
Tallahassee,
Yeah.
28 South Adams Street. I think the address is right by FAMU. He got a few of them now, but I worked there for about a year.
Mhm.
And I went on and I ran an idea by my bro. And he was like, let's open BAM Snowball. So BAM stand for by all means.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I was literally gonna ask you how did by all means start, and there you go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, man. And that phrase is just like, it's incredible that by all means, because even for me, like it's so funny how we can use certain phrases to like be like the thing that like the catch all for what we do. Cause like Wellington's why I usually literally use my name. I was like, man, like what should I use for a title? And it just started flowing like Wellington's Wise. And that's why I
Wise up.
did all my videos, and people are like they'll say sometimes they'll say, oh, it's the Y Zone, and it's
For
just like
sure, for
something because
sure.
obviously when I grew up, one of the shows I loved to watch was The Twilight Zone. And
Damn.
it was the Twilight Zone with Ross, and he always would say, "Now you're entered into the Twilight Zone." Oh man, I was like, that's so cool, like the
And
zone,
then it
and it's
still kind of tie into
yeah,
like
it's
the red zone. The
you see what
red
I'm
zone.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
You
it's
see what I
okay.
mean? It's like it works, like
It's
just
one of them
certain
things.
phrases, just like you gotta like, and it's catchy. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Even like you got to use things that are really catchy. And now getting into kind of just like another question I wanted to get into was when you think about like when it comes to running a business and having people who like are a part of it and this and that, what is it like when you have to think about the day-to-day logistical aspects of just like, yo, we got to keep this ship running? What's it like the day-to-day process of like really like getting like making sure that the operations are constantly running?
Well, man, that's a even longer answer, but to shorten it up, I say, uh, when you're really in the thick of it and you really handling business, you already know. I know for a fact right now. I wake up tomorrow, somebody gonna call me with a problem. I know it off the rip every single day. There's always gonna be something that you gotta handle. And once you kind of get the grasp of that, your life will be easier. At first, you kind of like, when things are going good, they're going good, but things can go really bad too. But
Yeah.
then you start kind of treating it, level-headed, and you start to you want you feel good about taking those problems on
Yeah.
Like it may sound like a bad thing. No, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow knowing someone's gonna call me with a problem, somebody gonna call out because now we're at the point where we have employees, so somebody's gonna call out, somebody's gonna be late. This shipment is gonna arrive late. This is
Yeah.
gonna this is once instead of like treating it as a problem is gonna happen, it's like okay, I'm gonna handle some problems tomorrow.
Mm.
So I know I'm gonna be able to overcome them. And if they don't, it's okay. We've had good days, we had bad days. So really just go at it like that, honestly. The day-to-day gonna be different when you first start in the business. You're gonna be hustling and bustling. Everything's gonna be on you. Once you start making some money, now you're able to try and trust people to
Mm.
help run your business. Nobody's gonna run it or love it like you, but you gotta lend out that trust. You just have to, definitely for you to expand. And that's still gonna be day to day is running around, just super
Day
busy.
to day, man, for
And
sure.
keeping the level head, not seeming like you busy,
Yeah.
making trying to make time for family. If you got an old lady, making time for
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You got to. I mean, even for me, I'm just like, yo, when I have a break from work, because I still have a day job, but it's like I gotta make videos. I gotta do multiple things to like because people
yeah,
want to hear about what I'm talking about and how I'm keeping up. Is just
yeah.
like nobody else can make me do it. You know what I mean? Like nobody else
You
can make
want
it.
to
You
do
gotta
it when you get in the business, even like you probably know now.
yeah.
It's not like school. Ain't nobody, your
Nobody's
mom,
telling you. Yeah.
ain't
Nobody's
nobody,
telling
your mom, your brother, your family, your girl, anybody not knocking on your door saying, "Hey, you can make a video today."
you. Like I gotta do it. I'm
It's not happening. That's not happening, bro. So yeah, you gotta do it. And you got and to order to do it, you have to want to do it, which goes
Yeah.
back to doing something that you
It's the
really want to
passion. Yeah, it's the
and would
passion.
love for
Yeah,
sure. Most
definitely. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.